Hey everyone, and welcome back to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Komasan from Yokai Watch. So we're going to start in the middle of the face with the eyes. Starting on the left, we're going to draw an oval for the inside of the eye. Starting from the top, we'll circle around, and then back up to the top. From here, let's color that in black. Now we want to work our way around this oval with a slightly larger oval, leaving an even spaced gap all the way around. Keeping the spacing around equal. We're going to go over to the right side and do the same thing. So starting with the inside, start at the top, draw the oval, and we'll color that in black. And then again, we're going to start at the top again and work our way around, just surrounding the iris with the outside of the eye. All the way around. From here, let's go ahead and draw in the nose. So right in the center here, just about the same height as the bottom of the eyes, we're going to draw a short horizontal line across. From here, we're going to take these ends and just curve to the center, just to the bottom of the nose. From here, we're going to leave a little bit of space and draw a curve going up towards the left, and then up towards the right for the top of the mouth. And then at the bottoms of these curves, we're just going to draw another curve coming down and then back up. And then up in here, we're just going to draw a curve for the tongue. Let's go above the eyes and draw the little flame eyebrows. So they're basically almost in the center of these eyes, just a little bit more inside. So we're going to start with the swirl first. So up here, I'm just going to swirl around and get close to the eye and go back up on the side. From here, we're going to work our way up to the top of the flame. So I got my hand right where I want it, at the top. So we're just going to curve and just do these waves that go all the way to the top. And then we're going to round up the tip slightly and then just work our way down and then just blend in with the side of that curve. From here, I'm going to go back to the starting point. I'm just going to thicken up this inner side. So starting at the tip, we'll work our way around and just follow this all the way up to the top. And then we're going to work our way back down on the right side, right into that swirl. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So here, I want to start at the same height. I'm going to swirl around, get close to the eye, and then just to the side. And then we're going to work our way to the same height at the top. So going up like this, and then rounding up the tip, and then just working our way back down, and then just blending in with the side of that swirl. Go back to the beginning again, and we're just going to trace back that same curve all the way around, then back up to the top, and then we'll work our way back down towards the bottom. From here, we can now work out the shape of the head and around to the sides of the cheek. So we're going to start at the very top between the swirls. I'm just going to draw a curve, that bridge for the top of the head. From here, we're going to imagine this curve of the head coming down beside the eyes and then back up underneath the chin area. So the head is actually like an oval, but just bent. So the bottom actually curves up like this, almost like a jelly bean. So up here, we start on the side here, I'm going to curve around the eyes. And then from here, I'm going to curve up and just sort of flatten out underneath the chin. So coming down around the cheeks and then curving up. So it's got a little bit of a bend this way. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. So right here, I'm going to curve around, down to the side, and now I'll go back up here to the middle and just swirl around and just curve in that cheek there. Let's do little swirls around the cheeks. So on the left side here, on the side of the head, I'm just going to do a little swirl like this. We're going to trace our way back, just like we did up here, and just make it a little bit thicker so we can color that in, and back to the side of the head. We'll go and do the same thing on the right side. So starting on the side of the head, we'll swirl around, and then we'll work our way backwards to the side of the head like that. From here, let's work in some ears. So just beside the flame here, I'm going to do a curve going out towards the left, and I'll pull that back in to the side of the head. And then in here, I just want to draw the inner ear details. So from this tip, I'm just going to come down and just draw a curve, and I'll move in. So there's a little overlap for the inner ear. I'll just draw a little curve like that. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. Up here, we'll curve out, and I'll curve that back in. At the top here, I'm just going to curve the top, do a little overlap, and pull that into the side of the head. Okay, we got the head, let's get into the body. So I'm going to start by drawing in the little bow knot tucked in underneath the chin area. Up here, I'm going to draw a curve on the left side of center and a curve on the right side. I'm going to connect those 2 points with a curve. Now in here, I'm just going to draw a little bit of wrinkling. So I'm just going to draw a curve going up and then a curve going up on the right side. And we're going to draw the little bows that come down. So starting at this corner here, I'm going to curve, do a little downward curve, go up and then curve it back down. From here, I'm just going to tuck this in underneath the chin. Just along this line, I'm going to draw a curve to show a little wrinkle in the bow. Over here, let's curve up and then down. And we'll curve this back up and tuck this in underneath the chin. And again, we're going to draw that little wrinkle on the side of that. Alright, so from here, let's draw in some arms. So I'm going to have the arms coming down to the elbows and then back up in the middle. So just on the side of this bow, up here underneath the chin, I'm just going to curve down and in. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. So right about here, I'm going to curve down and in, making sure they're at the same height. Now from here, I want to curve this up to the hand, but I want to make sure that I don't go past center. So from here, I'm going to curve up towards the center line, right underneath that bow, and then pull that back in. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. So I'm going to come up, touch the hand, curve around underneath that bow, and just pull that back. Up here, I'm just going to draw the little paws. So 2 little curves that come down from the tip of the hands on both sides. That. Now let's draw in the side of the body. Now the body is quite short, so I'm going to draw it down to about here. I'm going to go to the side of this arm here. Just curve out and pull that back in. Over on the right side, we'll do the same thing. So going out and pulling that back in. We're going to round out the bottom of the feet. So on the left side, draw a curve like this. On the right, we'll do the same thing, making sure they're roughly the same length. From here, I'm going to curve it up and out. It's like curve going up and outwards. And then I'm just going to overlap these 2 lines with the curve of the belly. So there's a little bit of overlap there. Let's draw the little belly patch. Underneath the elbow, I'm going to curve down to the bottom and work my way back up to the top on the right side, just underneath that elbow. And under here, there's a little swirl, almost looks like a 9. So starting at the bottom, I'll curl around like this, go back to that end, and just swirl backwards. Working my way back, and just tuck that in underneath that patch. On the toes here, I'm just going to draw 2 little lines going up on both sides like that. Let's draw in the base of the tail. So right between the legs here, I'm going to draw a curve. Goes like this. Now the tail, I'm just going to poke out on the side here. So right here, I'm just going to curve it up. And I'm going to pull this back, tapering it back in behind the body. And then the final part, the little backpack that sticks out on the sides here. So just on the side of the head, I'm just going to curve this around. Over here on the right side, I'll curve this around. We want to draw some swirls in here. So starting on the side, I'll draw a little swirl like this. And then I'll work my way backwards again. Back up to the side. Over here, we'll do the opposite. So we'll go in the opposite direction. Then work our way back in behind. Let's take that and flip it over and do the exact same thing on the right side. Starting on the side here, swirl around, and then work our way back. Over here, we're going to start on the side of the body and do the reverse. And pull that back in. And he's got 2 more on the side of the legs here. So starting here, on the left, I'll swirl around, work my way back to the side of the body, and on this side we're going to flip it over. So starting at the base, swirl around, and then work our way back to the side of the body, and that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Komasan from Yokai Watch. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.